This information that I'm showing you today is so important that I'm skipping my normal introduction to just start the video. So what we're going to be looking at today is market data, and we're going to be looking at advanced search capabilities and psychology. So a few different things, and we're going to put those together to show you how can you spot the sellers out there in Palm Springs, and this works for anywhere in the Palm Springs area. How can you spot the sellers that are going to be more desperate and more willing to budge on price, enabling you to get a better deal? So basically, how do we spot the deals? And you could do it. There's a science and it's a little bit of an art. And after this, you'll know more than your average realtor, okay? And I'm a realtor and I'm showing people this just because, like, you know, the more love, the merrier. You know, if this helps someone, great. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll see, wow, he knows what he's talking about. Give me a call. Contact information's below. The first step we need to do is not use Redfin, but we will use Redfin. I don't like Redfin that much, but their search capabilities are even better than like my own multiple listing service that the real estate agents use. We're gonna go to this market report. You could find this in the description of the video. It's free to use. You just click the links, and I have it for every city. We're going to go for houses, meaning detached homes, and then we're going to be looking at this real-time market data that's updated weekly. We need to figure out what the median days on market is. And the reason why, you'll see it has to do with our search and it has to do with finding deals. We don't want average, because if you see right here, the average is 137 days. Well, that's a lot more than the median at 98 days. The reason why: average will take all the detached homes on the market, and some might be on the market for 300 days, 500 days. You have some really unrealistic people out here, okay? Especially if it's a second home. They really don't care. Realtors will stick their sign on it and it will be there until the cows come home, okay? That's an old person saying, but it worked well there. So median days on market gets rid of some of those weird outliers that are way past the norm, and it helps give us a truer sense of what the market's actually doing. So we have 98 days. So remember that number. And if not, I'll remind you. So it's okay. Let's now go to Redfin. And you could do this for any city in the valley. Once you know these tools I'm giving you, this framework, you could apply it for yourself, which is pretty awesome. Now in Redfin, type in Palm Springs at the top like I did here. And then we're going to go to right by save search. There's a filter option. So go to that filter option and scroll down. We're going to click house. So this is just for detached homes. Because for example, if I click townhouse and I'm not using the right metrics to analyze the data, it's going to be off. That's why I wanted to start us off with my market data so we have accurate numbers. So we're doing houses, and then no coming soon homes, no under contract. Click active homes, okay? Now, this is the fun part. Time on Redfin. We're gonna go more than 90 days. And some of you, you're smart, you already know why. The reason why is the median days on market is 98 days right now for a home to sell. So we wanna look for those people on Redfin, and Redfin takes all the homes on the market in Palm Springs. We wanna find the people that are past the median days. Here's the reason. People who've just put their home on the market, the first week or two goes by, they're not really willing to budge on price, okay? Because the home is still fresh, not a lot of people have seen it, and they're getting action on it. But once you pass 60, 90 days, once you pass that threshold for when their home was supposed to sell, that's when people start getting nervous, and that's when you start getting price reductions, and that's when people start getting desperate, and that's how you as a buyer can take advantage of that and get a deal. It is what it is. People think I'm a very nice guy. A lot of people think, oh, you're just like too nice. But like when it comes to real estate and getting my clients a deal, I'm a shark, because homes are expensive and we got to get you a deal. This affects you, your family, your children, grandchildren, everyone. So time on Redfin, more than 90 days. So that's the first step. Look at how cool Redfin is. We're going to scroll down now, and we're going to do even more advanced searches. One for listing type, we want by agent and new construction and foreclosures, okay? That's it for that. And then right here, check this out, price reduced. Now, this is where it gets fun. You could see price reductions in the last day, 3 days, 7 days. Here's what I recommend, right? we want to look and you might want to play with it to find the right home, because you might not like any of the homes that are, say more than 120 days, right? And just because they just did a price reduction in the last 3 days, they might be willing to do another one if you submit an offer. But most likely, we're going to be targeting people in the last 30 days or higher. I prefer to do more than 30 days. So these are our metrics, these are our search criteria. Now click see 71 homes. So now we know that all these people on the market, one, they've been on the market longer than the median number of days, so they're going to be more willing to negotiate. And two, they've done a price reduction. So that price reduction criteria that we click, that box, is another kind of red flag. They're sticking their hand up in the air and telling the market, hey, I'm actively doing price reductions. I want to sell. So I mentioned psychology, market data, and search capabilities. Now we're talking about psychology with seeing, what does a price reduction mean? It means I want to sell my house. And those are the people we want to target. So here's our next step we're going to do. We're going to just start clicking homes, okay? And I'm going to get into the reason why. But first, if you want me not only to do this on your behalf, but then to show you how to craft the perfect offer, whether you're a cash buyer or whether you're financing the deal, long escrow, short escrow, anything in between, there's a lot more than just this. This is like the basics, but it could get you excited and show you how to get a good deal. It is one of the most important steps. But the next step that's important is then submitting the offer, and that's where I have a lot of fun with. So make sure you contact me below. I love all of you guys who subscribe and like my videos. Thank you for watching. So here we go. We have this home right here in Palm Springs, 2.6 million. Looks like a stunning home. Now we're going to click right here at the top, sale and tax history. And I'm going to give you some more fun information that would be helpful for you to know. Looking at this home and any home, we want to see the price history, because in the last, I would say 3 or 4 years after the whole pandemic thing, home prices shot up and homes went up 40%, 60, 70%. I mean, it was crazy. And now we're starting to see a lot of those sellers put their homes on the market. So we could tell by the price history how desperate they are, how much they paid or how much they overpaid, and how much meat on the bone there is for you as a buyer, because we want their equity to be your future equity, okay, if you ever have to sell. So looking at this home, we could see that it sold in 2024 for 1.6 million. Now they're trying to sell it for 2.7. That is insane. Now, they might have done a huge renovation, and we'd have to look into that to find out. But that is a big price increase, and this is something we want to do. Let's click this more modest home right here. That's 675, and let's look at the sales and tax history right here. So looking at this home, we have a lot of property history here. It looks like they've been trying to sell it for a while. Boom, they bought it in 2021 for 520. This is a good example for us. Now they're trying to sell for 675, and they were trying to sell for over 729. So they've been actively reducing this price. So the fact that they're on the market for 675 and they bought it for 520 tells us they have over $100,000 in equity. Usually the people with more equity in the home, the people who bought even before 2020, 2021, those are the people that they might be sitting on $500,000 to $1 million in equity. So these sellers a lot of times are more willing to come down harder on the price because they didn't just buy the home in 2023, 24, 25 at the peak of the market. See what I'm saying? How cool is this information I'm sharing with you? And this is just something you could do yourself. Now, something that would be smart to do is add more of your specific criteria to the search. So for example, if you want a 3-bed house or 3+, 2-bath minimum, insert some more of that criteria that you're actively looking for, and that will help condense this information. But I recommend in price, say if your budget's $1 million, I would do a search, honestly, up to like 1.4 million. I mean, that's really past your $1 million price range that you ideally want to pay. But some of these homes, for example, that might be, let's say at like 1.3 million, I mean, realistically, they might end up selling for $1 million because right now, homes on the market, more and more are currently being added inventory every single month. And that's, putting downward pressure on the price. Like, let's see this home right here. Let's see when they bought it. Oh my goodness, we have a target. Don't buy this home without me if you're thinking about buying. Someone paid $600,000 for this home in 2011. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. This is exactly the kind of person we want to go for, okay? So $600,000 in 2011, and let's see what they're trying to sell the house for. They're trying to sell the house for $135. But look at this. They originally had it listed in January of last year for $165. So see how already they've reduced the price by $300,000? This is why homes like this, there's a lot more equity for you as a buyer. And say you want to do this for condos. All you do is go back to my report, click condos, median days on market is 56. Okay, so 56 days. We just head over to our filter. We change it to a townhouse and condo, and then just click C3 homes. And boom, we have 3 properties right here. So you could do this all day long. I hope this video helped. Like I said, show me some love. Give me a call. If you're looking to buy, live, move into the Palm Springs area, I would love to help you. There's a lot of just different things right there, adjectives I was saying.